Okay, we're getting fancy here. Time lapse and voiceover. So you notice I'm starting my Zentangle with the little dots in the corners. You make the border, and then I'm making a shape and breaking up the space around the shape. You can start yours however you want. I showed a bunch of those examples. You can not have the border. You can just break up the space. You can break it up within the border. You can just start in one space and grow out, or you can just do something completely different. I am making my lines darker than normal so that you can see them, but you'll see in a second why, if I was doing this for myself, I'd do it lighter. See, I'm even darkening them up so you can see them. But right here, I'm putting circles over the top of one of my dividing lines because I think it'll look more interesting to have not just a line, but have a line of circles. And so since it's light enough, I can go in and erase out that line from those circles, and you can't tell. Here I'm going and starting something else to add some visual interest. I'm having some of my patterns and designs break out of that border and some of them stay in. And I'm also having those bars go underneath each other, which is again a reason why you want to draw your lines light, because if you're trying to overlap things, you want to be able to erase out the places where it goes under and or erase out that line from the border where they break out of the border. So remember to keep your lines light as you're doing this. You will notice though that I'm not erasing when I make a mistake or when I do something that I didn't intend to do, right? I'm not fiddling over my circles, making sure they're perfect. And in fact, here in a second, I finish up the circles and then I go in to do the next pattern right here, and my first little bar, it matches up perfectly with the circle. And instead of erasing it out, I just erase out the line and then turn that into a full circle there so it kind of blends in. I just went with the flow. It wasn't what I planned because I'm not really planning. I'm just being deliberate and going slow, and I'm filling it in. So I fill in this space with these little scale-like patterns, and then I find that they're kind of a little boring, so I go in and put some darker lines in there. Sorry, my hand's covering it up, but that's what I'm doing. I'm filling in some darker lines to add the visual interest there, and you can kind of see those darker lines now. After I finish up the darker lines, I decide again I don't want just a straight line breaking up the space, so I take those scale-like shapes and I continue them over that dividing line like that so that it's not just a line there. I'm going to go ahead and finish it up here with some spiky type shapes, and that'll be the end of it. Again, some of them break out, some of them don't. In the last couple seconds here, I just want to remind you, I don't want all your Zentangles to look like this one. I don't want to see a bunch with a triangle with a broken up space and a border. Do your own thing. And really, if you go slow and are deliberate, you can't get it wrong. I was a little worried about doing a time lapse here because it gives the illusion that I'm going really fast. And in fact, I'm going probably faster than I even should. But this video is 3 minutes long and it took me 13 minutes to do this. So go slow, be deliberate, have fun, good luck. It's going to turn out great. Hopefully this will make your time stuck inside a little more enjoyable.